Often drinking the sweet and refreshing milk tea from Gongcha or chewing on the gummy bears? Well, think again, because it may lead you on a road of diabetes, as you have heard many times from your mother, or even now, the government that is currently promoting a low sugar diet. Well, heed the advice, because in fact, there is actually some indirect linkage between high sugar consumption and insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes. There has been concern expressed for many years that sucrose, and particularly fructose, poses risk to health. And yes, we consume fructose very often as it's present as a cheap and commonly used sweetener, which is fructose corn syrup, and it is also present in Coke. In a report of effects of fructose, glucose, and fat overfeeding, higher doses of fructose reduce the hepatic insulin sensitivity by about 20%, and high fructose intake during overfeeding did increase liver fat and produce liver insulin resistance. In another study, intravenous insulin was injected into the subjects after the overfeeding period, and blood glucose was measured. The fructose group showed a 25% worsening of their insulin sensitivity as shown in the graph. First, as we all know, when sugar is consumed and blood sugar level rises, insulin is produced into the blood to allow glucose uptake into cells to lower blood glucose. The mechanism called the insulin signaling pathway, in simple, involves a cascade of protein phosphorylation in the cells, resulting in translocation of glucose transporter GLUT4 into the cell membrane and allowing the uptake of glucose into the cells in order to regulate blood glucose level. However, for instance, long-term high consumption of fructose could induce the suppression of AKT, which is important in the translocation of GLUT4 to the membrane and hence resulting in insulin resistance. Another point to note is that the metabolism of fructose promotes lipid synthesis in the liver, and it can lead to excessive lipid formation and deposition, increase in obesity rate, and thus insulin resistance. Basically, excess free fatty acids or FFA in obese individuals could activate a protein kinase C, PKC, which enhances serine phosphorylation IRS1 and blocking IRS1 tyrosine phosphorylation and downstream activation of the AKT pathway, thus disrupting the insulin signaling pathway. In simple, insulin resistance. In summary, we can see the harmful effects of high consumption of sugars, in particular fructose on blood glucose regulation. Well, despite all the reassurance that sugar was not a problem, the world already knew, in its heart, the real truth. Too much sugar is a toxin. So, if you still care, eat in moderation.